Okay folks, I had a few minutes, so I grabbed that bed up and brought it out to where I could get to it. Looks like there's about 6 bolts holding it on, plus there's some brackets on the running boards. And running boards beat up on this side, and the other side, the fender's pretty bad. Needs some hammering, some straightening, and the running board's tore loose over here. But hopefully this opening won't mess with this here. Just trying to fit it on, see what it's going to look like. But a little bit of rust on it. Not bad though. I mean, looks like somebody had something welded there. But I like it. I think it'll match the truck good. We just want to set it on and see what it's going to look like. I wish the spare tire carrier was still there. They're getting kind of hard to find. But anyway, wouldn't look too good on this one either way, with a 20-inch wheel on it. But what I want to do is I'm just going to set it on. We're just going to take a look and see what it looks like. And I had a lot of people that said, why not just cut the rivets and move it forward? And I usually do that. But on this frame, as you can see, it looks like it's probably 9 inches up here. And starting right in here, it actually narrows back. And then this mounts below. And the problem with that is, of course, if I just moved it forward and mounted it, it's going to change the pinion angle a little bit. But the problem is it's going to raise the truck up some. Probably by the time, I guess that's almost 3 inches at the back. But so that's why I don't want to take it loose. Now, don't get me wrong, I've done that plenty of times before on trucks that had the full 9-inch frame or 10-inch frame all the way back. But I actually cut one time, and I'm still using that truck, and I sliced the piece out of it, and I narrowed it up myself up farther and then re-drilled it. And I sort of regretted it after I'd done it, because it was a lot of work. And then you've got a long weld down the frame. You've got to bend the bottom up to make it match. But maybe you can understand why I planned to cut this from the start. And but I've got a good mag drill, so drilling holes I don't have a problem with. But I just don't want to go through the trouble of having to slice that frame long ways to bring it down to the right height. But anyway, we're gonna get that bed off there and just set it on, see what it's gonna look like, and see how well it's gonna, how well it's not gonna clear the wheels. And we'll have a couple 3 options for that. Once we set the bed on there, I'll show you what I've thought about here, and you can tell me what you think. And I've still got to get some wheels on the front of it, and I've actually got some with air in them I could throw on there just to keep the front end off the ground. It'd look a lot better, but just haven't had a lot of time. So all right, we'll get this bed off here and I'll show you more. All right folks, she's off. Pull around here and set it on and see what it looks like. About out of breath. That was the job. Had to fight the bed up onto the forks, but didn't want to tear anything up on it. But we got it. We'll run there and see what it's going to look like. Well, she don't look too good yet, but let's move her around a little bit. I've got it way over to one side. We've got to jack the back up. get some kind of idea of what it would look like. I think I'll try to Photoshop, well, I don't have Photoshop, but I got the little kids version of Paint. So I think I'm going to chop that out and put it together and put a picture on. But as for what we could do, we could actually open the fender wells up some, and they look pretty high, but it don't really look that bad with that truck like it is. I mean, we're going to lower the suspension some anyway, so I think that would be the best bet. And what I'm talking about, to do it quick and easy, is to basically cut a section out of here, getting wider as we go, and then heating and refolding this bead back to remake this wheel well as an opening. And as long as we had it marked out on both sides the same, it wouldn't take long to do. It's not a huge job, and that could always be done later, and then drop it down a little bit, and that'll make it look more like it's supposed to be for the wheel wells. You know, I've got the truck up about the height of what it's going to sit, somewhere around there. I mean, it's pretty tall, so I think it actually looked good because the bed's so long. You know, it looks longer on the truck now that it's on here than what it did when it was on the trailer. But like I said, let me get around here. I'm going to get a picture that I can, maybe I can, let me see, I might be zoomed in a little bit. There we go. Try to get a picture that we can check out. A couple of things that I was talking about, you know, altering things to be able to make it work. You know, we could build pieces that go in between the fender and the body and actually bring that fender out farther, which probably wouldn't look too bad. That's one way of doing it. And of course, we could cut the bed in half, leave the tailgate like it is, but put extensions here for the width, and that wouldn't look too bad. But here in North Carolina, you know, they're not bad about tires sticking out and, you know, jacked up trucks and stuff like that. So pretty lenient on that. You know, we could re-arch them fender wells and put some, I kind of like they make some rubber that goes around wrecker fender wells. You'll see them on home 750s and stuff a lot, but they look pretty good on there. It's a rubber that you bend and screw in, and then that would cover it if we wanted to cover it. But like I said, there's a few different ways we could have done it. And 22.5 open rims, one piece will fit right on here, and be able to run them with low profile tires. I might look out for a set of them. I was hoping I had a set, but I don't. And you know, there's a super single setup that somebody has done for these also, where you can run one wide super single, which would really look good. But you know, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on rims, and I'd rather build stuff than buy stuff anyway. But anyway, I think shortened up, this would actually look good. So I'm excited to see the picture that I'm gonna try to do on Paint. Or I wish I still had Photoshop, and I probably do on an old computer, but I think it would look neat. But anyway, honestly, I think it'll look good. I really do. I don't think we're going to have to do any narrowing on the bed or make it wider. Let's see if it clears the inner fender wells good. Might have to do a little trim. Yeah, we got it on there pretty straight. That one's almost on the inside, so it wouldn't take much. You know, we don't want it to sit, we don't want it to drive like a two-wheel donkey cart, but I mean, the way it is, it's probably how it would drive. So we would have to take some springs out. This fender, of course, we're going to have to pull off and do some work on. Charlie says he can straighten it right out, no problem, but he's got a big English wheel over there, and we may try that and take the camera along just to see. Anyway, let me know what you think. It's worth the time and trouble of going on and doing it. I mean, like I said, it's not a big project, so wouldn't take too awful long. All right, appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think. Bye.